Good evening, y'all. Good evening, y'all. Keys Boxing Gym Talk. Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad to be here. Hope everybody having a good day. Hope everybody's having a good week. Good fight week coming up, man. You know, this is the fight week for the big fight with Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas for the unified 154-pound championship, man. I want you guys to like and subscribe, please. What we're going to talk about, though, not going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about what's been circulating on the internet for the past few days, maybe week, man. Tank Davis and Devin Haney. Is that a possible matchup that can happen, being that they're two weight classes apart, man? We seen the tweet that Tank Davis sent out to his burner account or whatever. He wants the fight to be made. Said he wants to fight Big Nose next, talking about Devin Haney. Devin Haney tweeted out that he actually thinks that Tank's got some balls, but I guess that Tank's team had reached out to him and stuff like that, man. Part of me wants to say I think the fight is going to happen because of what Devin Haney said about Tank's mother on Father's Day. Maybe that fueled something in him. Maybe that hit a nerve or something like that. The other part of me is thinking if you guys or if Devin Haney actually think that Tank is going to go through and try to get this fight made, that y'all are more naive than I thought. We just have to look at Tank's track record of what he fights. He fights, how can I say it? Last few fights, besides Lamont Roach, the fight before that, Frank Martin, he fought a very inexperienced Frank Martin, amateur-wise, who started boxing at 18, 19, 20 years old. Ryan Garcia, he trained him at a catchweight at 136 pounds. So if you look at the track record and stuff like that, you would think that Tank likes to take advantage of his fighters, or fighters that he knows that he's going to beat. I would be fucking very surprised if he goes through with this fight and fight Devin Haney, if they could fight at a catchweight or something like that. But Devin Haney, I know what Tank's going to try to do. Tank is going to try to use that he's the A side. He's got a hell of an advisor in Leonard Ellerby, even though Leonard Ellerby gets on my nerves on Twitter. But he's a hell of an advisor, especially if you're trying to protect your own, you're trying to get the most money. You know, he's a hell of a matchmaker, advisor, and stuff like that. They're gonna try to make that catchweight. They're gonna try to drain Devin Haney as best as they can. 144, I think they pushing it. I think they're gonna even go for a 143, maybe 142 and a half or something like that. And if Devin Haney wants that money, he's probably going to do it, but he's going to be contradicting himself because he asked Shakur Stevenson to fight at 144 pounds. So he has a lot to think about. Tank has a lot to think about. He's got to think about the critics, even though I know that Devin Haney doesn't care about what the critics think and stuff like that, especially after getting, pummeled in there by Ryan Garcia when they fought a couple years ago, even though that victory is tainted. But nevertheless, man, I would love to see this fight. If I had to pick who would fight right now, Devin Haney is just too big right now. He's just getting better and better and better, because he's been fighting a better competition over the years. You can't say the same thing with Tank. Yes, Tank, we all know Tank has got that one-hitter quitter. He does got boxing skills, underrated boxing skills, but I don't think he has the boxing skills that Devin Haney has. Devin Haney has his strength now. We've seen what he did with a power puncher and Brian Norman. I'm not saying that Norman is on the level of Tank because he's not on the level of Tank's boxing skills, but Devin Haney knows how to adjust. Tank's best chance at beating Devin Haney is right now is to put the pressure on him, because I know when Devin Haney fights somebody that puts pressure on him and that can box his ass off and stuff like that, we all know that he kind of loses focus and he kind of gets hit. He tends to get hit a lot. He get hit by, like I said, Linares. He was getting hit a lot by Lomachenko a lot, especially in the middle rounds and stuff like that, where he was just letting his head hang and stuff like that. That's his best chance. But I just don't see him hurting him because of the size differential right now. Now, if this is Devin Haney that was at a lightweight and he was a natural lightweight like Tank Davis is, then I think it'll be a different tale of the story. But I just don't see this fight happening. Tank's best bet right now is to go after what I think he's going to go after, and that's going after Kid Austin. Like I said, I want to give Tank all the credit in the world, but Tank just doesn't challenge himself. So please don't look at this as hating. It's not hating. I'm just saying, I said over and over again, Tank's biggest win was against an undefeated Jose Pedraza, and that was his first chance at title opportunity when he fought for the IBF 130-pound championship. Would love to see this fight, but I think Devin Haney got some business to handle. You know, he doesn't want to, Shakur doesn't want to agree to the 144-pound catch weight limit, and and things like that. I think his best bet, and at the fight that I want to see the most, I even kind of want to see this fight more than I want to see Devin Haney fight against Shakur Stevenson. I would love to see him fight against Keyshawn Davis. That's the best fight that can be made. Keyshawn Davis is a nice big 140-pounder that's moving up towards weight, and I think he's going to fit right into the 147-pound division. Man, Devin Haney, let's get the people what they want to see. I did pick Keyshawn Davis like a few months ago, man, but Devin Haney seems to get better and better. Let's see if Devin Haney is confident enough to make this fight quick. When he makes a fight quick and he doesn't talk about it on Twitter, he just gets the fight done, doesn't talk about it, doesn't promote it for months before the fight actually happens. He just goes in there and say, I want to fight, and the fight gets done. That's when I know that Devin Haney's going to win, because he's confident. Him and his father, Bill Haney, they put together a great game plan, like with the likes of Brian Norman, Regis Prograis. They were confident. They took that fight in the instant like this, and we seen the results in that, man. So, yeah, man, Tank Davis, you go, Kid Austin. I would love to see that fight. I'm not saying that Kid Austin would just automatically lose. It's just the experience factor. He does like to leave himself open a lot, and we know that Tank is the king of setting traps. I say it over and I say it over and again, man. So, man, boxing world is heating up, man. I'm going to drop a little video later on today because we got the fight week. Like I said, Xander Zayas and Boots Ennis. I'm going to just be talking about the tail of the tape and the history and stuff like that, and I will give my prediction on Friday night. Thank you, guys. Like, subscribe, and get back at you.